Hey, how goes it? I'm Kenn Bosak with the NFT Show on Crypto Cake TV, here to talk about NFTs and NFT accessories, once a week to keep you in the non-fungible loop. So, now that you're all caught up, let's go ahead and check out this week's NFT news. This week's first story is coming straight from a galaxy far away. Anyway, it's Star Trek. Star Trek is coming to Wax, and what they're doing is they have partnered up with Leonard Nimoy, the Star Trek companies, and they're doing Leonard Nimoy Star Trek NFT collectibles. Multiple different moments of Leonard Nimoy's life that you can collect, hodl, trade, buy, sell, burn, have fun with in non-fungible ways, and it's all officially licensed from Star Trek and Leonard Nimoy's family, and a lot of the money that they're raising is going to COPD, which sadly is what took the life of Leonard Nimoy. So this is a good cause, and you could donate to a good cause as well as get really cool toys that are digital, you know, these NFTs, for doing so. So why don't you go ahead, check it out, and see if you're interested in picking up one of these NFTs from Leonard Nimoy, Star Trek on Wax. And as you can see here, our second story for today, this week's, number 2 topic around the digital water cooler in Decentraland is that AI are finally here in the NFT sphere. Sophia, an artificial intelligent drone created by SingularityNet, which was an AI blockchain, did an ICO for AGI. Well, they have created Sophia. And she is, recognized as a, citizen, a person in different countries around the world. So Sophia is creating art. She's collaborating with artists like Andrea Bonacito. She's made the original, and Sophia kind of worked on top of that. But what I think is really amazing is seeing this being recognized and highly sought after, catching up to $700,000 plus more. And this is amazing because I got to watch this unravel a little bit throughout the year, following SingularityNet, Sophia, kind of in the NFT space, waiting for AI to create its own blockchain. It's the rumor that's what Satoshi Nakamoto, the creator of Bitcoin, was an AI. Well, maybe Sophia could be the Satoshi Nakamoto of another project that we don't know yet, but this is the beginning. Sophia, an artificial intelligent drone, has officially created, a piece of art NFT that has been, sought after on Nifty Gateway, one of the pristine NFT marketplaces right now. So if you're interested in this, go ahead and give it a shot. It's done by a humanoid robot. She was created in 2016, so she's kind of been around a while. Sophia is more than just an artificial drone, artificial intelligent drone. She is also an influencer. She works with Audi and all these other companies, even with the controversial ones like Huawei. She's an influencer in her own right, creating art and selling it as an NFT. So shout out to the original artist, the human that actually helped Sophia create that art, Andrea Bonacito. I hope I'm saying that right. So yeah, that's amazing. Why don't you go ahead and give it a check out, give it a look at and see what this is, what you would have expected an AI to create when you think of artificial intelligent art. I know that was a lot of news, but this is the cherry on top, the creme de la creme, the last but not least story of the week. The world's first NFT is being auctioned off. Not the crypto kitties or the cypherpunks, none of that. This is the first NFT that was ever created. Now, this was done back in 2014, which predates Ethereum by many years. It was using a blockchain called Namecoin. This was done in 2014 by an artist who's pretty well known and respected in the digital art community. His art, Kevin McCoy's art, is already been displayed in the Metropolitan Museum of Arts. I would imagine that they would like to acquire this NFT to, have in the museum as well, next to his physical pieces or other digital pieces. So just put this out there to see these, visionaries that have been dabbling with the technology, getting some recognition finally for their efforts as, frontiers in the wild west of crypto. Beeple, doing $69 million, that's amazing. But I would love to see Kevin McCoy's Quantum, which is the title of this piece of art, the world's first NFT, on Namecoin. I would like to see this maybe, catch that same attention, and justifiably, I think so. So if you're interested in checking out Quantum by Kevin, go ahead and take a look at the Block Explorer on Namecoin here. This story touches dear to my heart. This is about Kyle Kemper, Sergey, and doing what you love. Well, more so, do what you love. As you can see right here, this piece of art is an actual physical Bitcoin faucet. You can take your phone, go up and tap on this. You could add cryptocurrency to it, or you could deduct cryptocurrency from it. You could put an NFT on the piece of art, or you could take an NFT off the piece of art. It is in its own right a non-fungible token that is a piece of art that faucets Bitcoin and other currencies thanks to the technology that is Tangem. Tangem uses NFC, near field communication. And it's a little card that you can see over here that if you were to take this card, tap it to the back of your phone like so, you'd be able to interact with that wallet by sending or receiving, currencies, or signing transactions with the tap of a Tangem to the back of your phone with NFC. Well, what Kyle Kemper and Sergey have done is they have actually put this inside of the canvas itself and paint it on top of these. So if you were to try and remove a verifiable signature that is there behind the art, it would destroy it. It's sort of, protected in that sense that you would know if it was tampered. You would have a physical tell that this was tampered, which I think is really interesting. And it's gamified art. Physical gamified art. I implore you, if you see anything like this in the future, take out your phone, tap it, and play with your art. Thank you so much to Kyle and Sergey, and I implore you all to do what you love, and I'm curious what your thoughts are in the comments below. And that was this week's news in NFTs. Wait, what the? Oh, hey!
Yo!
VESA, how goes
bro. Hey man, I heard you were doing a thing, so I thought to maybe drop by it and give you a high five. We haven't talked for a while, so I think this would be a
yeah, I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, while you're here, why don't you introduce yourself to the audience at Crypto Cake and let them know a little bit about who VESA is.
Dope, man. Thank you. My name is VESA. I'm a mixed media artist. I started, I suppose, making films early 2000s. In 2008, I started making digital art. I came up with my own process. And then about 4 years ago, almost now, I went full in on crypto art and NFTs in the very early scene because I got super excited about it because essentially I've been hodling 350 pieces that I've been making over 12 years that can now finally become something because of this NFT technology. And it's really it's an incredible thing that I want to share to your audience of how maybe they could utilize this thing for themselves, because there's something in it for everyone pretty much.
Yeah, it sounds like your art's, finding a whole new life on the blockchain, so to speak.
Yeah, for sure, man. And it seems like you're doing some pretty planet-rocking stuff with yourself, bro. So that's quite a thing to watch what you've built over a short period of time. It's really incredible.
Thank you. It's thanks to artists like yourself. I'm just a muse. I like to get into the collectibles, and yeah, the NFT space has been a lot of fun as, a content creator, but I see as an artist, it must mean so much more because I'm not creating what I'm selling. This is, a collaboration between me and artists, as again, I'm the muse, but you're a creator. I'm wondering what does an NFT mean to you as an artist?
I think, like, trying to put it really succinctly, is that if you were a high level animator or something, you probably still were working inside of a team for Disney or something like that.
Yeah.
Or if you were a visual artist and you were applying for grants from government agencies or things like that, that have their own sort of politics and niches and weird things about, or maybe you couldn't get into some galleries and you couldn't present your art and you couldn't make a living. And so to backtrack a little bit, what NFTs really are is that ever since the dawn of computers, computers have been very good at copying things. You know, the thing that everyone always says is, why would I pay something for a JPEG? Yep. And the intuition is saying that, you know, you can just endlessly replicate things like music and pictures and movies and whatever on the computer, and they don't really have value because there's no scarcity in it. Well, with the underlying technology that is Bitcoin and now Ethereum and Wax and other platforms, you can have the same technology verify something is as unique as the Mona Lisa, that is a digital creation. So you can essentially say that everyone sees it, but only one can own it and hold the value in order to trade it or sell it or do some sort of a thing with it. But the most profound thing that I'm really excited about it is that because ever since the dawn of computers, we've had a lot of different people who've created many things digitally, whether they're designers, they're musicians, they're visual artists, they're all kinds of things, whatever it is that ends up as a file on a computer that is some form of creativity that you can share with people. It's essentially the liberation of a whole creative class of people, because you don't have to be under the thumb of a government agency. You don't have to be under the thumb of a corporation. You don't have to follow anyone's rules. You can just make something and put it on OpenSea, mint it as an NFT. And if someone sees value in it and buys it, there's many of my friends who are making now, they used to have a lot of trouble, and now they're minting their NFTs on the blockchain and they're making a comfortable living. They might not make yet as much, most of them, as you would if you were a top level animator at Disney, but you're already making what you want, doing what you want with your own schedule, and you're the master of your own destiny.
You know, it's funny you mentioned OpenSea as the marketplace, because what you're describing is art without borders. And I think that's the disruptive side of things. If you're into the art scene and you've been, you know, maybe shunned away from an art gallery because of a controversial political Twitter post or something, this won't affect you here. You know, it's evening the battlefields. So I guess, I mean, you know, curious, how could, guys, are you listening? How can you help, you know, them, people that are tuning in that, you know, are artists who maybe just do physical paintings and sell them, you know, at flea markets, you know, or put them in coffee houses? How is this something that could apply to them without them having to redesign their business as artists?
Well, one of the most incredible things about coming into crypto space, like I said about 4 years ago, was the kind of financial education that I started infusing from it. Yeah. So to any artist or any creative, what I would really recommend is that they first invest half an hour to watch something like Bitcoin Beyond the Bubble on YouTube or something like that, to just understand the foundation of the technology put in a kind of really cool way and easy to understand of why it is such a revolution. And weirdly, for those people who usually aren't interested in finances in the slightest, they all of a sudden can find a home and take not only mastery for their output and different kinds of things, but they start to understand how money works and how this new revolution works and why it's exciting and sort of proliferates into all of your life as a new kind of learning and a new kind of, like I said, a master of your own destiny. So that's what I would recommend first. Just get the very basic of Bitcoin, of what the whole thing is. And then after that, it's easy to realize what NFTs are and why they are a thing. And then you can send it out, whether you want to just go ahead and go to Rarible or OpenSea and mint some NFTs and do some tests, or whether you're already a more advanced artist and you maybe want to go on Maker's Place or Blockchain Art Exchange or kinds of things, but you need to be whitelisted as an artist to get on them. And then there's what the difference between if you use Ethereum or if you go on Wax and go all in on that, like you have, good sir, and I understand why. So there's so many different avenues that opened up. There's so many people who are looking for NFTs. They're looking for creatives. They're looking to integrate creativity into their businesses. Because it's not only about artists networking with other artists. All of a sudden, you're networking directly with the collectors, but also businesses that are looking for maybe something that you have the skill set to provide something for. So it's a whole ecosystem that opens up at a very different kind of level as to if you were represented by, let's say, a traditional gallery where they keep their clients to themselves and they keep everything to themselves.
Exactly.
They provide you a small window of opportunity to buy it, but they keep sort of IP behind all of this stuff. So now the world's opening. That it's truly the creativity internet opening up after a long time. That's why it's so exciting. That's why I would recommend people check it out.
Yep. What he's saying, audience, here is, VESA's right. You have to crawl before you run. You can't cram for experience. It starts with crawling, walking, running, riding a bike with the wind in your hair. VESA, thank you so much. But I gotta get back to work over here. These guys. So VESA, thank you so much, bro. I gotta get going.
Much love. Much love, bro.
Thanks for watching the NFT Show with me, your host, Kenn Bosak, on Crypto Cake TV. Please do me a favor, bro. Like, subscribe if you had a good time, share it on social media. But of all importance, please comment your thoughts and feedback below. I would love to see what your thoughts are on how I can change anything, grow anything. This is a pilot episode. So please bear with me, share this out, let me know what your thoughts are, and thank you, and have a day.